Ever feel like airlines have a secret playbook designed to drain your wallet? They use hidden pricing tactics, psychological tricks. They even track your searches to boost profits. Today we flip the script. 10 airline secrets they don't want you to know. One could save you hundreds, another might change how you travel forever. Buckle up. You'll never book the same again. Ever notice prices jump after you check the same flight a few times? That's the algorithm clocking your interest and nudging fares up. Here's how to beat it. Search in an incognito window. Clear cookies between checks. Flip on a VPN, test a different region. Try a second device or browser. To compare clean results, timing matters. Aim to book 6 to 8 weeks before domestic trips, 3 to 4 months before international. Don't let your browsing tell them you'll pay anything. Don't settle for vouchers. It's the first thing an airline will offer when things go wrong, and it's almost always a bad deal for you. Think about it. A voucher is essentially a loan you're giving the airline on their terms. It locks your money with them. Often comes with a frustratingly short expiration date and is riddled with blackout periods and restrictions. Cash, on the other hand, is freedom. It's your money to spend on whatever you want, whenever you want, including a flight on a different, more reliable airline. Accepting a voucher can sometimes even waive your right to the cash compensation you're legally owed. So, when they dangle that voucher in front of you, remember what it really is: a tool for their convenience, not your compensation. When flights are significantly delayed or canceled, it's more than just an inconvenience. It's a breach of your contract with the airline. You paid for a service to get from point A to point B at a specific time, and they failed to deliver. In these moments of chaos and frustration, it's easy to feel powerless, but you're not. Depending on where you are and where you're going, a powerful set of consumer protection laws kicks in. You may be entitled to cold, hard cash compensation. We're not talking about a $10 meal coupon or a flimsy apology. We're talking about a legally mandated payment, often hundreds of dollars per passenger, designed to compensate you for your lost time and disruption. This is separate from a refund for your ticket and separate from any reimbursement for expenses like meals or hotels. It is a penalty the airline must pay directly to you. In the European Union, a landmark law called EU 261 backs you up. This regulation is one of the strongest passenger rights laws in the world. It covers flights operating within the EU, flights departing from the EU to a non-EU country, and even flights arriving in the EU from outside, as long as it's on an EU-based carrier. And while the United States doesn't have a single all-encompassing law like EU 261 for delays, the Department of Transportation, or DOT, has its own set of powerful rules, especially concerning cancellations and significant schedule changes. The key is knowing which rules apply to your specific situation. So, how do you turn a travel nightmare into a successful cash claim? Here's the move: a step-by-step playbook to navigate the process like a pro. First, check your eligibility. This is the most critical step. 3 factors matter: the length of the delay, the flight distance, and the reason for the disruption. For EU 261, compensation typically kicks in if you arrive at your final destination 3 or more hours late. The amount you can claim, from 250 to 600 euros, is tied to the flight distance, not the ticket price. A short hop under 1,500 kilometers has a lower payout than a long-haul flight over 3,500 kilometers. Crucially, the disruption must be the airline's fault. Things like technical problems, crew scheduling issues, or late arrival of the aircraft from a previous flight are generally covered. However, extraordinary circumstances may be excluded. This means events outside the airline's control, like severe weather, air traffic control strikes, or political instability. But be wary. Airlines sometimes misclassify their own operational failures as extraordinary. Always question it. Second, file your claim directly on the airline's official website. Do not call the general customer service line, where you're likely to be pushed towards a voucher. Instead, look for a dedicated section for passenger rights, complaints, or compensation. It might be buried in the footer of their website under a link like Legal, Customer Service, or EU 261. Once you find the form, be very deliberate. You will almost certainly be presented with a choice between a tempting, slightly higher value voucher and a cash payment. Always pick compensation, monetary reimbursement, or the cash option. Fill out the form with precise details of your flight and the disruption. Third, become a meticulous archivist. Keep everything. Your power in this process comes from your documentation. This means your original boarding pass, digital or paper, and your booking confirmation email with the unique booking code or PNR. If the airline provides any written notice of the delay or cancellation, whether it's a slip of paper at the gate or an email, save it. Furthermore, keep all receipts for any expenses you incur because of the delay. This includes meals and drinks, a hotel room if you're stranded overnight, and the taxi or shuttle to get there. Even if you don't qualify for the lump sum compensation, you are almost always entitled to be reimbursed for these reasonable, necessary costs. Create a dedicated folder in your email or a physical envelope and put every single piece of evidence inside. Fourth, while you're still at the airport, ask for your right to care. This is another key provision under laws like EU 261. If you're facing a significant delay, the airline is obligated to provide for you. This isn't a favor, it's the law. For delays of 2 hours or more, depending on flight distance, you should be given vouchers for meals and refreshments. If the delay extends overnight, the airline must provide hotel accommodation and ground transport to and from the airport. Approach the gate agent or customer service desk calmly and state your situation. Say, "My flight is delayed by over X hours. Under my passenger rights, I am requesting meal vouchers, and if necessary, hotel accommodation." Accepting this care does not affect your right to claim cash compensation later. Finally, if they ignore you, stall, or wrongly deny your claim, escalate. Airlines are banking on you giving up. Don't. Your first step after a rejection is to reply, restating your case, and quoting the specific regulation you believe applies. If they still refuse to pay, it's time to bring in the authorities. Every country in the EU has a national enforcement body, or NEB, responsible for upholding passenger rights. You can file a complaint with them, and they will investigate on your behalf, free of charge. Alternatively, you can use an approved Alternative Dispute Resolution, or ADR, provider. These are independent bodies that can make a legally binding decision. Some people also turn to claims management companies, which handle the entire process for you in exchange for a percentage of your payout. This can be a good option if you're short on time, but be aware of the fees involved. This might sound like a lot of work, but for a family of 4 on a canceled long-haul flight, we could be talking about a payout of over $2,000. Your rights are real, they are legally protected, and they have financial value. The airlines created the disruption. The law says they have to pay for it. So be persistent, be prepared, and claim what's yours. We've all been there. That feeling of being shrink-wrapped into an economy seat, your elbows locked in a silent, passive-aggressive battle with your neighbor. But what if you could claim a slice of that coveted personal space, that glorious empty seat next to you, without forking over a fortune for a business class ticket? It's not about paying for upgrades, it's about playing the game smarter. This is your guide to manufacturing extra space for free. Let's start with what I call the couple gambit, a brilliant strategy for anyone traveling as a pair. When you're booking your seats online, resist the instinct to pick 2 seats right next to each other. Instead, in a row of 3, one of you should pick the window seat and the other should pick the aisle seat, deliberately leaving the middle seat empty between you. Why does this work? Because the middle seat is the least desirable seat on the plane. Airline reservation systems know this. Their algorithms are programmed to fill window and aisle seats first, saving the dreaded middle seats for last-minute bookings, basic economy passengers who don't get to choose, or flights that are completely full. To maximize your chances, choose a row farther back in the aircraft. These sections tend to fill up last, giving your empty middle seat a higher probability of staying empty. Now, what if the flight fills up and someone is assigned that middle seat? This is where the genius of the contingency plan comes in. No one wants the middle seat, especially not when they're sitting between two people who are traveling together. You simply turn to the person and say, "Hey, we're traveling together. Would you prefer the window or the aisle seat?" They will almost certainly jump at the chance to get out of the middle. You and your partner get to sit together, and you've made someone's day. It's a win-win. You risked nothing and had a real shot at a private row. But what if you're flying solo? The strategy shifts from social engineering to tactical timing. The key moment is the 24-hour check-in window. Don't select your seat when you first book the ticket weeks or months in advance. Instead, wait. As soon as check-in opens, log in and look at the seat map. This is your first clear picture of the flight's load. Elite frequent flyers have been upgraded, some passengers have canceled, and the true pattern of empty seats begins to emerge. Your goal is to find a pocket of emptiness. Again, aim for the back of the plane. Specifically, target rows near the lavatories or galleys. These are considered less desirable due to noise and traffic, so they are often the very last to be filled. Look for a row where the middle and aisle or middle and window are both free. Don't just pick a seat and forget it. Keep the seat map open on your phone or browser and refresh it periodically leading up to your flight. People change seats all the time. If you see a better opportunity open up, like an entire empty row, grab it immediately. Your next opportunity is at the gate. Approach the gate agent about 15 minutes before boarding begins. Be polite and concise. Ask, "I was just wondering if the flight is full today. If there happens to be a row with an empty seat next to it, I'd be incredibly grateful if you could move me." Once the flight is closed, they have the final passenger list and can make last-second changes easily. A little kindness can go a long way. Finally, there's the onboard option. This is the last resort and requires the most finesse. Wait until everyone has boarded and the cabin doors have closed. This is the signal that the passenger manifest is final. Scope out the cabin. If you see a completely empty row or just a better open seat, catch a flight attendant's eye. Politely ask, "Excuse me, would it be all right if I move to that open seat in row 28? Never just move on your own. The crew needs to know where everyone is for weight, balance, and safety reasons. But as long as you ask politely and it's not an exit row or premium section, they will almost always say yes. These are small, simple moves that can lead to big gains in comfort. Whether you're flying solo or with a partner, a little strategic thinking can transform your cramped economy experience into one with room to breathe. Direct doesn't always mean non-stop. A direct flight can still stop en route, same flight number, but there's a stop. Non-stop means no stops, period. Check the itinerary and departure board. Layover icons, extra airport codes, total duration. Verify on the airline's site to avoid surprise hours on the tarmac. If time matters, filter for non-stop only. If price wins, a direct with a stop can work. Just know what you're choosing. Your taste buds go on airplane mode. At cruising altitude, low humidity and cabin pressure dull taste by up to 30%, especially sweet and salty. Airlines compensate with extra salt and heat, but reheated mains still dry out and flatten flavor. Want it to taste better? Go for special meals. Vegetarian or kosher are often prepared fresher and handled separately. Best move: bring your own high-flavor snacks. Nuts, dark chocolate, jerky, citrus, or a sandwich. Hydrate, skip the heavy mains, and snack smart. You're not buying speed, you're buying status. Zoned boarding looks organized, but it's a revenue funnel. Priority: early boarding, credit card perk, debunk, Random boarding loads planes faster. It just doesn't sell. Need overhead bin? Board earlier via credit card perk you already have. Personal item only? Board late and walk on. Middle seat anyway? Skip the fee. Board smart, not sold. Seat pockets aren't deep cleaned between flights. Crumbs, tissues, mystery spills. Keep it simple. Don't store food here. Use a zip pouch for your phone. Use a zip pouch for your essentials. On boarding, wipe the tray table. Wipe the armrests. Wipe the buckle. Wipe the screen with a disinfectant wipe. After rummaging in any pocket, sanitize your hands. And avoid touching your face until you do. Clean, then relax. When masks drop, it's about cabin pressure, not panic. They deliver roughly 15 minutes of oxygen. Plenty, because pilots descend quickly to a safe altitude. It's flow on demand, so breathe normally. Secure your mask first, then help others. Follow the crew, sit back, and let the emergency descent do its job. Modern cabins may use surveillance cameras for safety and security. Audio is usually restricted. Video monitoring is more common in aisles, galleys, door areas. Lavatories are off-limits. Footage can be reviewed if incidents occur. Avoid posting real-time cabin details. Don't show your seat number or row. Wait until after landing to share. Blur boarding passes and tags. Keep your route private while in transit. Here's a secret the airlines and credit card companies hope you never fully grasp. Those loyalty miles you've been diligently collecting? They aren't cash. It's tempting to think of them as a digital savings account, a stash of money waiting to be spent on your dream vacation. But that's a dangerous misconception. In reality, they are a private currency, one whose value is entirely controlled by the issuer. Unlike the dollar or the euro, which are backed by governments and central banks, your frequent flyer miles are backed only by the airline's marketing department. This fundamental difference is the key to understanding why your points balance might be worth less tomorrow than it is today. Because they aren't real money, airlines can, and frequently do, devalue their miles with little to no warning. This process is often called a no-notice devaluation. One day, a business-class flight to Europe might cost 60,000 miles. The next, the airline could quietly update its systems, and that same exact seat now requires 80,000 miles. Your balance of 60,000 miles, which you thought was enough for a premium flight, is suddenly insufficient. You haven't lost any miles, but their purchasing power has been slashed by 25% overnight. It's a form of inflation that only affects this specific currency, and it almost always works against you, the consumer. The most common tool for this devaluation is dynamic pricing. Gone are the days of predictable award charts where you knew exactly how many miles a flight from New York to London would cost. Today, the number of miles required is often tied directly to the cash price of the ticket, the current demand, the time of year, and a complex algorithm. This means that as we get closer to a travel date and cash prices rise, the miles required will skyrocket too. The same seat you could have booked for 50,000 miles 6 months ago might cost 150,000 miles a week before departure. This system makes it incredibly difficult to save for a specific goal, as the goalposts are constantly moving. As if devaluation wasn't enough, some loyalty programs also have an expiration policy. If your account shows no activity for a set period, typically 18 to 36 months, your entire hard-earned balance can simply vanish. Poof, gone. Imagine saving for years, only to lose everything because you forgot to interact with the program. It's a brutal rule designed to clear balances off their books, and it catches thousands of infrequent travelers by surprise every year. So, what's the strategy to combat this? It's simple and ruthless. Earn and burn. This philosophy means you should treat your miles like a rapidly melting asset, not a long-term investment. The goal is to earn miles quickly and in large chunks, and then redeem them as soon as you find a high-value opportunity. Hoarding miles for a far-off, perfect trip is a losing game. By the time you're ready to book, your miles will likely be worth significantly less. The burn part of the strategy is crucial. You must use your miles sooner rather than later, but also wisely. Focus on high-value redemptions, where your miles give you an outsized return. The holy grail of award travel is using miles for experiences you would never pay for with cash, like international business or first-class seats. A $6,000 business class ticket might be available for 70,000 miles. That's a redemption value of over 8 cents per mile. An incredible deal. Compare that to using 25,000 miles for a $250 domestic flight, which is only 1 cent per mile. Always aim for premium cabin travel to maximize your return. One of the best ways to find these premium seats is through partner awards. For example, you can use United Airlines miles to book a flight on their Star Alliance partner, Lufthansa. Often, booking through a partner program requires fewer miles than booking directly with the airline you're flying. This creates arbitrage opportunities for savvy travelers. It requires more research, using Airline Alliance websites to search for availability, but the payoff can be immense, unlocking better seats for fewer miles. Within these partner bookings, you should specifically hunt for international business saver space. Airlines release a very limited number of these low-priced award seats. They are the unicorns of award travel. While a standard Anytime award might cost 200,000 miles, a Saver award for the exact same seat could be just 70,000. Flexibility is key here. You may need to book nearly a year in advance or be ready to jump on a last-minute opening to snag one. Another way to maximize value is by targeting off-peak deals. Traveling to Europe in July is expensive in both cash and miles. But traveling in February, airlines are desperate to fill seats and will offer incredible award deals. If your schedule allows you to travel during the shoulder or low seasons, you can stretch your miles much further and enjoy fewer crowds. Now for the earn side of the equation. The fastest way to accumulate a large number of miles is to prioritize big sign-up bonuses on new credit cards. A single bonus can net you 60,000, 100,000, or even more miles after meeting a minimum spending requirement. This is infinitely faster than earning 1 or 2 miles per dollar on your daily coffee. Also, keep an eye out for targeted promos. Credit card companies and airlines will often send out offers to earn bonus miles on specific spending categories, like 5x points on gas or 10x on dining for a limited time. Activating these offers can significantly accelerate your earning. You should prioritize these big windfalls over the slow, grinding earn from everyday spending. While it's good to use the right card for daily purchases, it would take you $50,000 of spending to earn 50,000 miles at 1 mile per dollar. A single credit card sign-up bonus can give you that for just a few $1,000s of spending in a few months. The math is clear. To combat those pesky expiration policies, you need to keep your accounts alive with small, strategic activity. Any qualifying activity, earning or redeeming, will typically reset the expiration clock for another 18 to 36 months. You don't need to take a flight. Even the smallest interaction will do. An easy way is to make a purchase through an airline's shopping portal. If you're going to buy something online anyway, just click through their portal first. You'll earn a few miles, and more importantly, your account's expiration date will be extended. Linking your credit card to a dining program is another simple trick. When you eat at a participating restaurant, you'll automatically earn a handful of miles, keeping your account active. Or, if you have a flexible rewards currency like Chase Ultimate Rewards or American Express Membership Rewards, a tiny transfer of just 1,000 points to the airline program is enough to count as activity and reset the clock. Let me say it again, because it's the most important rule. Do not hoard your miles. They are not fine wine. They do not get better with age. They are a depreciating asset, and holding on to them is like holding a melting ice cube. Award availability shifts incredibly fast. That perfect saver seat you found might be gone in an hour. When you find a redemption that offers strong value and fits your travel plans, book it. Don't wait for something better that may never materialize. A critical pro tip: avoid transferring flexible bank points, like from Chase or Amex, to an airline program until you have found available award seats and are absolutely ready to book the ticket. These transfers are a one-way street. You can never move them back. If you transfer points and the award seat disappears, your points are now stuck with that airline, subject to their devaluations and expiration rules. Before any redemption, do the simple math. Compare the cash price versus the miles cost. To calculate your cents per mile value, divide the cash cost of the ticket by the number of miles required. For example, a $400 ticket that costs 50,000 miles gives you a value of only 0.8 cents per mile. That's a poor redemption. If the cents per mile value is weak, generally anything under 1.5 cents per mile, it's often better to pay cash for the flight. Save your valuable miles for those high-value premium cabin redemptions where you can get 3, 5, or even 10 cents per mile in value. Don't waste them on cheap economy flights. Finally, always watch for hidden fees before you commit. Many international award tickets, especially on European carriers like British Airways, come with massive carrier-imposed surcharges that can be hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Suddenly, your free flight isn't so free. Always check the final taxes and fees page before you transfer your points and click that book button. Being a savvy traveler means understanding that miles are a tool. And like any tool, you have to know how to use it right to build the trip of your dreams. Rapid-fire checklist. 1. Go incognito. Compare prices on your phone. Compare prices on your desktop. Compare on another browser before you book. 2. If disrupted, file claims on the airline site immediately. Insist on your entitlements. 3. Pack smart, snacks, disinfectant wipes, compact charger. 4. Don't post travel details in real time. Secure accounts with unique passwords. 2FA. Set small activity reminders to keep miles alive. Which secret shocked you most? Drop a comment, hit like, and subscribe for more no BS travel hacks. Fly smarter, save money, and travel safer. See you in the next video.